Hi, my name is Logan Bossert, and I'm going to tell you why I'm pro-assisted suicide. How would you feel if you were unable to walk, to write, to feed yourself, to move freely, or to accomplish any of your dreams? I'm going to tell you the story of Ramon Sampedro, a quadriplegic who fought 28 years for the right to end his own life. After a diving accident, he was left unable to move any of his limbs, and he could not do anything by himself. He was fully dependent on the help of others. He is constantly tortured by the thoughts in his head, dreams of walking and flying and swimming. Tired of the life that he lives, he contacts a lawyer suffering from Caddisol syndrome, a disease that affects brain function and causes strokes. Together, they made their fight for the right to assisted suicide worldwide. But having lost their case in court, a few of his friends assisted him in his own suicide. However, many troubles would have been saved and many years of torture would have been eliminated if assisted suicide had been made legal to him. I'm going to read you a quote from the movie Amara Dentro, the movie about Ramon Sampedro's life. It explains how he feels about the life that he lives. Life, for me, in this state, has no dignity. You're sitting there, 3 feet away. But for me, those 3 feet are an impossible journey. Ramon is stuck in bed. He can't move, he can't feed himself, he can't do anything that he dreams to do. Imagine this. Your one dream, your biggest hope in the entire world, and you can't even take the first step to reaching your goal. Ramon's physical state is extremely poor. He cannot function on his own. This lowers his quality of life, greatly affecting his mental health. Not only does Ramon suffer physically and mentally, but he suffers financially and socially. The cost to keep him alive by paying people to take care of him and the cost of the lawyer leaves him and his family nearly bankrupt. Now, he isn't the only one suffering, so is his family, which is detrimental to his social life. His family is forced to watch him in this miserable state and pay bills they can't even afford to pay. Now, Ramon dreams to be free, and he should be allowed that right, the right to assisted suicide. Many of you may be wondering, what is assisted suicide? Well, according to MedicineNet.com, assisted suicide is the voluntary end of one's life by the administration of a lethal drug, generally euthanasia, with the help of a physician. CNN reported in 2014 that physician-assisted suicide is legal in 9 states in the United States, as well as the District of Columbia. In D.C., Hawaii, Maine, New Jersey, Oregon, Vermont, Washington, and Colorado, individuals are given the right to choose by law. But in Montana and California, the option is only available via decision by the court. However, I believe that people should be given the right to assisted suicide everywhere. People left in vegetative states from brain damage or serious injury, such as quadriplegics like Ramon, spend years suffering, despite their wishes for the right to their own bodies. These people live in a world without hope. They often feel as though their life serves no purpose, and they wish to be set free. Nothing can be done to help them or make them happy, therefore they should be granted this wish. In this class, we have talked a lot about ethics, so you may be wondering, where do the ethics come in when dealing with assisted suicide? First, let's talk about egoism, one of the 9 ethical approaches. Egoism focuses on what makes a person feel the best. Your self-importance and interest should come first, as it's natural to consider yourself when making ethical decisions. Why deny someone the right to end his own life when he is incapable of living it in a way that makes him happy? Another of the ethical approaches, the rights approach, reminds humans of the rights they have that should be protected and promoted. Some of the most basic human rights state that we are given the right to life and liberty. We can live our lives as we please. In this case, we should be given the right to assisted suicide, should that be the best option for us. We can also discuss the justice approach, which is based on what's fair. Is it fair for someone to live their life stuck in a bed, unable to do anything, while watching people around them fulfill their dreams? A dream is a dream. Just because one person's dream may be to end the lifeless state they remain in, doesn't make it any less important than someone who dreams to be an astronaut. As bad as it seems, there are many benefits to assisted suicide. Many people spend years and years of their lives in pain, suffering from various conditions that affect their ability to function mentally and or physically. Their pain is endless and slowly killing them. Instead of enduring this pain, assisted suicide can end it and give them a peaceful death. In Ramon's case, his inability to move hindered the accomplishments of his dreams, and his final wish was to die. Everyone has wishes, and they shouldn't be ignored. Assisted suicide is the final wish of many people, and it should be granted. Every day, someone somewhere is suffering and in search of something to end it. In many cases, there's a cure, but in others, there is no cure, and it seems the only option is a lifetime of suffering. However, legalizing assisted suicide can put an end to suffering and give people that choice. When someone gets injured to the point of complete loss of movement or complete loss of brain function, they don't have control over their own bodies. However, assisted suicide can give that control back. By legalizing assisted suicide, the person regains control over their body, having a right to determine what happens to their own body. In conclusion, assisted suicide should be made legal everywhere. People suffer endlessly every single day, and no option is available for them to be happy. Someone who cannot move or function properly has a low quality of life, and they have the right to decide how to spend or not spend their time on Earth.